Everything you see in here is either haunted, cursed, or been used in some sort of ritualistic practice. Nothing's a toy. Not even the toys.
How many cases you guys had?
Cases? My name is Ed Warren, here with my wife Lorraine. Maybe 1,000. Every case is different. Every family's different. Once we start, there's no going back. Mommy! Anything can happen. And most likely anything will.
Something's changed. Something's different.
Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. We cast you out. By the power of our Lord Jesus Christ.
For you.
The Raggedy Ann doll. Yes, that's probably the worst thing we have in this whole museum. That Raggedy Ann doll was given to a nurse in 1970 by her mother as a Christmas present. But as most girls do, even 28 years old, she would take the doll to bed with her, wrap her arm around, and go to sleep. I do the same thing with a pillow. But then she started taking it to the breakfast nook, where the arms one morning went onto the table. Now, she lived with another nurse, and they shared the expenses of the apartment, which was 4 blocks away from Hartford Hospital.
Right.
At that point, they told the girls about the incident, and one said, "I know a medium." So they held a seance that night. That was the beginning of many seances with this doll. They would come home at night, and the woman had told them, the medium, that there was a spirit of a 6-year-old child in the doll by the name of Annabelle, who had been killed outside of their apartment house in an automobile accident. Well, there was such a child, but God does not allow a child's spirit to go into a doll. This was a devil, a demon, inside the doll, which was impersonating the spirit of a child. Well, they treated it like it was a child. They got extra clothing, and they got different types of bracelets and things for it, just treating it like a little girl. They would take it for rides. But then they started to become frightened when things were happening in the house, sounds, knockings, rappings, whispering. And they said, oh, Annabelle must want another seance. So they would hold a seance going deeper down that road of no return. Then they would take the doll and put it on the bedroom, in the bed, and they'd leave it there. They'd come home after midnight, the 2 girls, open up the door, and this doll would be standing there waiting for them. Now that doll can't stand. You can see it has very flimsy legs, but I've seen it stand. Now these are all the diabolical manifestations that we look for.
Welcome everybody, this is Justin W. Smith on the Big Sky Horror Show, and tonight we're going to be showing the Conjuring franchise movies. And I just want to say, I think these type of movies got me a little bit more intrigued, like ghost stories, to this type of stuff, because based on true stories and mainly, you know, stuff that might have happened, seemed more something to keep an eye out for. So I kind of enjoy those type of shows more. So those are my type of scary movies, is stuff that might be true. Even though we know that The Conjuring is basically a film, is based on true events, but we know the movie world wants to scare you a little bit more. So that said, that's just some of the stuff that happens in the movie. So we're going to start out with the first one, The Conjuring. I absolutely like these films. They're great films. Ed Lorraine, you know, the Warrens, real, you know, based on true case of the files of the Warrens. You know, if you guys watch some YouTube, you can see some actual footage and real stories about what they were doing. But this is the first film. Actually was a really good show. Can't say nothing bad about it. If you like scary movies, you know what this is about. It's a really fun film. So we're going to start with that one there. And of course, next one, I did enjoy this one too. Conjuring 2 on Blu-ray as well. You can see kind of the franchise in general. Code's already been used, so don't have to worry about trying to take it. But yeah, nice Blu-ray for part 2. And then next, Conjuring part 3, The Devil Made Me Do It. It's actually a crazy story if you haven't seen it. It's basically, you know, a person kills somebody and went to court and tried to say that he was possessed and that he didn't mean to do the killings, but he was possessed. And I'll just leave it at that. But the story's pretty good. So that's part 3. Next, this is just a part of the universe of Conjuring. We got La Llorona. It's the Curse of La Llorona, and it's a great story. If you guys haven't tried to expand the universe of the stories, try it out, man. You'll like it. I hope they end up releasing more in the future, because I know that as you've seen in the trailers, the last rights, the last Conjuring film that they'll make. So hopefully, you know, they'll expand the franchise in other ways too. So we got La Llorona. Next is another one that people like, is called The Nun, part of the Conjuring franchise. Pretty cool. I like the cover. It's a paper cover. I like it because it's kind of got, like, you know, good evil type thing going on. Excuse me. Also 2-disc DVD and Blu-ray. Good film to watch. I like them. Pretty cool story. But yeah, anyways, it's a good story. Check it out if you haven't seen it. Expand the universe a little bit, if you know what I mean. And then next is The Nun 2. It's a good story as well. Everything that they've released so far, I've been really intrigued with, and how well they've done the movies. Some people might like it, and some people may not. But I enjoyed them so far. It's definitely a good one. And then next, we're going to expand our little ways of most scary part of the story. The Warrens have even said that this is probably the most evil thing they have in their house. And it's Annabelle. This is the movie version, but if you know, it's Raggedy Annie. Raggedy Annie is Annabelle, as you've seen some of the footage I showed you in the beginning of the intro. But yeah, got this one on DVD and Blu-ray. One of these days I'll always upgrade, don't get me wrong. But Annabelle, definitely a good one. Next one is Annabelle Creation. So another part of the story. They kind of go back and forth in the timeline, but it's a good story. I really enjoyed these films pretty much. To where, you know, I'm a movie collector, and it's part of having the collection, you know. I really enjoy the films. Well, last but not least, this is one of my favorite Annabelle. I don't know why, but it is my favorite. I enjoyed all the other characters that they revealed in the story. So hopefully, maybe after all the Conjuring is done, they'll go into those characters a little bit, you know, their stories. Because that would be cool. But yeah, this one was a real fun movie. I really enjoyed it. Definitely got to watch it in the dark. No lights on around you. You'll start getting some hairs on your arms standing up. But yeah, I mean, you guys haven't checked them out, I suggest you check them out if you're a good scary movie fan. And with that being said, that is my movies of the Conjuring franchise so far. And last Halloween, I picked that up at Spirit of Halloween. It's just a picture frame for my horror collection, as you see. So I thought that would be kind of neat to, you know, put in the skit of the movies I collect. I do collect some of my favorite films, just a little bit. You know, when I go and put stuff away and put them together in my living room, you'll see some of that stuff just kind of chilling. So I get to share some with you. But anyways, thank you guys for stopping by, checking out my Annabelle, Conjuring, The Nun, and La Llorona collection. And stay tuned for the sequel, part 4 of The Conjuring, The Last Rites. And we can't wait to see that one for sure. I can't wait to own it. Most likely be 4K when it comes out. I'll be buying that on. And then one of these days I'll hopefully be able to upgrade on these too. But for now, this is what I have, and I'm happy to show and share. And I hope you guys like. And I appreciate you guys for stopping by, checking out the horror collection that I have. Anyways, that is episode 6, The Conjuring. Thank you guys for stopping by, checking it out. Appreciate you. Have a great night. Bye.